Hey, Dr. Lee here. I'm a pediatric health psychologist and the founder of Teen FND Academy. April is the FND Awareness Month, and like I said, I believe that every month or every day is FND Awareness Day and week and month and year and all that kind of stuff for me. But for the sake of conversation, I wonder if you are parents of the teens who are struggling with FND and or chronic pain, and you might be wondering what kind of experiences parents are having when they come to my program, Teen FND Academy. So I actually have interview videos of the parents who've gone through the program, and you get to hear what they actually have to say, which is far more convincing than what I have to say about my own program. And hopefully this will help you to A, feel that there is a hope, and B, this is something you can actually do as a parent to help your child overcome FND. So without further ado, let's take a look.
My daughter, Allie, is 12. She was diagnosed with FND February of 2023. I got a call from the school one day and she was kind of complaining of a headache and wasn't feeling the best. I had talked to the nurse. She reassured me that her vitals were great. She seemed fine to her. And I said, okay, can I please talk to her on the phone? And that's when I kind of put two and two together that she wasn't actually responding to me. Something seemed off. The next day, it just kind of progressively was getting worse and worse, where she wasn't able to walk, she wasn't able to talk, and turns out that she was having these seizures that were coming and going at least 1 an hour. Eventually, where neurologists determined that she had FND, especially as a mom watching, I felt helpless. I didn't know what to do. And that's where we met Dr. Lee. And that's where Allie's really learned how to deal with this. That one of the biggest takeaways from me as a parent is it's a process, number one, but also once your child has the skills, it's about them and really getting them to get themselves to understand what it is they need to do to help themselves. Allie got to a point last school year around April, May of 2023. It was hard for her to go to school. There was triggers at school that weren't helping. So the neurologist put her on medical leave. At that point in time, when she put her on medical leave, we knew we needed to do something different. She also has counseling sessions, which is helpful, but it needed to be something more intense. So the neurologist actually had made a recommendation to me for Allie to be in an intensive inpatient program. So I started hunting and looking around. We went through probably 10 different programs and like going through the intake process. Allie was interviewed several times. I was interviewed several times. Never really found the fit. A lot of the intake programs where they're inpatient, it's kids who are suffering from drugs. It did not fit an FND patient. It's like Google searching, like, what can I find? What can I find? And I found like I had to do a lot of that work, right? The neurologist would like recommend a program, but that one had like 8-month wait list. I spent day and night, like, how can I help my child? And a lot of other doctors, they might mention it, but it didn't seem like their specialty. When Allie and I did meet you and interview, I knew right away, like, oh my gosh, we love Dr. Lee. She's amazing. A great personality, easygoing, and understands. I told Allie, okay, you're going to have this interview with Dr. Lee. And when she got off the phone, she was just like, this is it. Like, I know this is what I have to do. And she was able to just kind of hop right in. And that's when we committed. It does feel like, oh, I'm taking a risk, or I'm going to jump into this. I don't know if it's going to work, but really we've had tremendous outcomes coming up on a year of Allie being diagnosed. And to me, she's like a different person. She's really made a lot of progress. I had everything planned. I'm a very type A. I wanted to make sure at school she was ready to go. If she had a seizure at school, what was going to be the plan? Allie went to school in August. It was just any baby step forward was going to be this miracle. Allie has gone to school full days. Big transformation from in May to starting school in August. She didn't want to live her life like this. She's very self-driven. Do her part in learning the skills that she has to implement on her own. We just try to tag team it. There was a lot of things that I had to learn too that I was also doing wrong. I've learned that I have to, step back, and I kind of know now what my role is versus the things that Allie needs to do. And then how I can support her. And I will say that she has enjoyed having a community with your group, Dr. Lee, because being able to meet with kids that are more her age, seeing, oh, I'm not the only one experiencing this, or like having suggestions and ideas, right? Like being a team and having that community for Allie has been really nice. And then even for myself, listening to another parent say, this is what my child is struggling with, I can sit there and say, same. I honestly can't say that I know of any other program out there that has this setup or impact on kiddos that have FND. You have to kind of take that leap. You have to be willing to do something different and like just trust that process. We did a couple different things where it was like, I don't know if this is really going to work, but like if you don't try it, you'll never know. You have to commit, stick with it, and take that chance. The kid as a child, like they don't know, right? You're kind of the driving force as the parent. You set the example as well as the parents. So, and eventually they're going to come on board, right? They're going to get tired of having the chronic pain. They're going to get tired of having the seizure. Like they're going to get tired and they're going to want to change, and just having that opportunity or outlet for them, I think is like what we can do as parents. Dr. Lee is amazing. She truly cares. She follows up. There's just a connection that you feel instantly. And I think that anybody who's looking for FND support, Dr. Lee knows it inside and out. And that's very important because many times we're going to the doctors and what is FND? I don't know what FND is, right? And so there's a lot of people who don't know. And if you truly don't understand what it is, it's possibly not going to help. Yeah, give it a try.
So, what did you think? I mean, from what I can tell, these parents are 100% dedicated parents who want their child to be better. These are the parents who are willing to do just about anything and everything to change their mindset and their attitude and their behaviors and expectations, and knowing their role to help their child overcome FND conditions. Is it easy? Is it perfect? Is it super simple? It is simple, but it's not easy. And are any of these people perfect? Nobody's perfect. So there are days that are difficult for anyone, including myself as a founder of Teen FND Academy. I've seen so many parents and teens who are struggling here and there, and sometimes a lot, before they get better. And even if they get better, the expectation is that life is full of uncertainty. So these are the families who are embracing the uncertainty and still wanting to move forward with their lives. And I'm always inspired by these families who are showing up with strong courage and tenacity. This is something I am also practicing myself, and hopefully you are also feeling encouraged and inspired and knowing that there is a hope. If you want to know more about how I work with teens who are struggling with FND and their parents, just like yourself, check out the link below to watch my free webinar training. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.